Hi, garden friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Era, and this is Gardening on Purpose. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I garden in Georgia, Zone 8A, where I do gardening-related videos. There's not much going on in the garden except for the fact that the evergreens are holding the fort down. What is happening is a lot of movement at the stores. A lot of things are coming in, and for today, I'll be showing you my first purchase video of anything I've purchased so far for 2026. Let's check it out. All right, so I'm in the covered patio, and I'm just going to go through each of these things that I bought, where I bought them, what the price, and what I plan to do with them. First up, we have the Harvest Blend Seed Potato. I buy this every single year from Walmart. It is $3.96, so the price is still doable. And it's a mix of different types of potatoes. I usually plant my potatoes in grow bags, and most times I'll put like 3 potatoes in the grow bags, but I think this year I'm going to put 1 or 2 so I can get my yield better, because I did get a decent amount of potatoes, except for the fact that they were small, and I'm pretty sure I have mine in a 7-gallon, so there's not much rooting and growing to go in such a small gallon. But this guy here is a full sun plant. I'm supposed to plant them 3 to 5 inches deep, and they have different types of potatoes. You see the purple potato, the red potato, and pretty much the white potato. It says it's non-GMO, and I get 5 tubers for $3.96. Now, I'll definitely give you a video of how I plant the potatoes in the grow bag later on in the season, but this was from Walmart, and like I said, I do this every single year, and I like it. Let me know if you usually plant potatoes and what types you do. Next up, we have annuals. This is gladiolas. Now, you guys know I'm a big fan of gladiolas because they are so beautiful. They are great for the vase. They are great for the centerpiece and the table, and they have all kinds of colors. Now, this is again from Walmart, and it's a 16 bulbs for pretty much $5.88, right? Now, I did see 60 bulbs for $15 at Sam's Clubs, and I forgot to pick it up, but I'm just going to settle with this. I only need a couple of them anyway. By a couple, I mean 30 something, right? So 16 bulbs of gladiolas, which are supposed to come back for me. Some do, some don't. Sometimes they'll come back, but they won't bloom. But either way, they have all these beautiful colors, guys. They have red, white, yellow, pink, fuchsia, purple. Really, really nice. So I got 2 packs of these at $5.88. Now, these guys here are hardy to zone 8, I'm pretty sure. And with Walmart, they give you the instructions as to how to plant it. So it tells you if you're going to container garden them, if you're going to plant them in the ground, when to plant them. So for me, I'm at the bottom of the map, so I can plant mine between January and February. Chances are I'm not going to do that. I'm going to plant them in March. But I really like these guys. And like I tell you in all my videos, when you go and buy your bulbs or your corms or your tubers, make sure you press on them, make sure they're not soft, make sure they're not mildew, and these are still a good deal at Walmart. So I got 2 packs of those. And then I bought a Kelvin Floodlight Dahlia. Now, you guys know, again, a big fan of Dahlia. Bought this last year, and I'm pretty sure I showed you this in the Jumpstart video, but this guy didn't do that great last year. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with my clay, I'm going to give it one more go. I'm going to jumpstart it again, and I'm going to show you how I do jumpstarting for some perennials. This guy here are 2 bulbs, or 2 tubers as they're called, for $5.88. And again, I can see that it's a nice robust one, but again, when I open it up, probably sometime on the weekend, I'll show you exactly what they look like. Now, dahlias are hardy to zone 8. These say that they grow 30 to 48 inches tall, guys. 30 to 48 inches tall, require full sun, and they bloom in the summer into the fall. Let me know if you've used Kelvin Floodlight Dahlia and how it does. Last year, I bought so many different types of dahlias, and they did well. I bought Thomas Edison, but I've had that for years anyway. I bought Creme de Cassis. I bought Lady Darlene, and all these beautiful. I bought Motto, and they all did well, except for this guy here. So I'm going to give this guy another go. Finally, in this basket, again from Walmart, I bought this zinnia mix, right? This is a mix of zinnia seeds, and it was a whole $9.98, guys. It says 3-in-1, seed, fertilizer, and soil improvers. Just sprinkle, water, and grow. Now, I'm a fan of zinnias, except for the fact they are susceptible to mildew if you overhead water them or if they're planted too close. But why I bought this was I've made the decision to revamp my entire mailbox garden, because I just don't like the way the mailbox garden looks once fall and the winter comes. Right now, I mean, I can see the new growths of the sedum, but I think I could have had some pansies there, right? But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the zinnia mix in the spring so it can bloom in the summer, and then the pansies will grow in the fall into the next April. So I could always have something going on at my mailbox garden. Now, we all know that butterflies love zinnia, one of the reasons I bought it, and they have all types of different zinnias on here, guys. It says it's 200 square feet coverage, vibrant colors, a mixture of colors, and it just gives you the directions back here. So again, when I plant this in my mailbox garden, I'll definitely give you guys a look at to how I do it. Okay, so those I got from Walmart, but I also got some other things from Walmart. Let me just show you these guys here. Now, these are daylilies. Again, a fan of daylilies because they are reliable for me, except for this one here. This is going to be my third go buying this set here. It's called Once in a Lifetime Daylily, and they have this beautiful orange and purple and cream colored, but they just don't come out as I want them to come out, right? I'm going to give them one more go. You get 3 roots for $5.88. This daylily here is hardy from zones 3, which is -40. And it is a part sun plant. They do really, really well in my yard. I have all types of daylilies, guys, all types. These guys here are, I'm going to jumpstart these too, right? I'm going to jumpstart these, and I'll definitely give you an update as to how these do in my yard. They're called the Once in a Lifetime, and they're 3 roots. And even though for Walmart, some of the Walmart things, I can't see inside, but I felt it a little bit, and I can feel the green growth right there. I can feel a lot of green growth in here. So again, even though you can't see in here, you can still gauge by feeling how, you know, if it's alive, if it has green foliage. So I bought 2 of those, right? And every year I go and buy more of this, which is the Stargazer Lily, which I absolutely adore. I think we all love Stargazer because they smell amazing. They bloom later on in the season and they look like this, right? So when I bought it, I said to myself, maybe I should go to Sam's Club. And Sam's Club had a better deal because here I'm buying 3 for pretty much $4. When Sam's Club had, I think, 16 for $14.98, right? But by that time, I already bought these. So it made no sense for me to go buy more, right? But I do love the Stargazer Oriental Lily. This is the Orientals. Orientals smell really, really nice, and they bloom after the Asiatics. Now, Stargazer blooms somewhere between 2 to 4 feet tall, and you should plant them 4 to 6 inches apart. These guys are part sun, but they do well in the full sun here for me, and they are hardy to -30. I really, really like these. So do the butterflies, and so do the bees. Let me know if you like Stargazer Oriental Lilies. Now, these guys here are bulbs, and again, I can't see it, but I felt it, and I realized it wasn't soft, and I could actually see a little bit of growth coming out right here, so I believe it's fine. But again, I'll give you an update video as to how I jumpstart these. So I got 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm sorry, 4 of these. So I ended up getting the 3, 6, 9, 12. So it's not a good deal because I could have gotten it from Sam's Club, and it doesn't matter. It's just a couple of dollars difference. Let me know if you like Stargazer and how they do in your yard. Next up, we have some variegated Weigela. Got these from Sam's Club, and these were $14.98 or $14.97, one of those prices. And you get 2 bare roots, And a couple of them had more foliage than the other. Of course, I'm going to go for the one with the foliage because then at least I know there's life there, right? And this was the foliage. And the other one, you see his foliage right here. So it's pretty much a stick with foliage, but the root is what's going to determine how well this is going to do. Now, it's saying it's a perennial. I don't have any Weigela in my yard. I don't have any Weigela. But based on the picture, I'm thinking that, okay, this one might be great for the bees and the hummingbirds and the butterflies. Says it's deer resistant, attracts butterflies and hummingbirds. Now, this beauty here, it says is hardy from zones 4 to 8, and you can grow as an annual elsewhere. But I definitely will give you an update as to how these do in my yard because I don't have any experience with them. Now, I do see Weigela in the stores all the time, and I never buy them. And I think it's because they bloom in old wood. I'm not sure, but I will definitely confirm that before I send this video out. But yeah, there are 2 of them for $14.98, and from what I read, it said it's not going to bloom in the first year, which is going to help me exercise some patience because you guys know I don't have that. So it says blooms late spring to summer, plant this season, blooms next season, variegated foliage. They got me on the variegation. They got me on these really nice flowers. And they got me on the fact that it's a pollinator plant. So let me know if you have Weigela, whether or not it's the variegated version or if you bought the plant, and how they do in your yard. Now, I bought 3 packs, so I ended up getting 6. And I had a plan for them, and I'm going to stay with the plan because obviously I already bought them. But I feel like I'm going to have to put these in a container first before I put them out in the field. But I'll let you know. Next up, we have a bare root columnar apple. Now, you remember I mentioned this to you that I didn't really buy apple trees too much because they were too big and they didn't do well in the area, and I didn't love apples like I used to. I still eat them, but I don't love them like I used to. But I did buy this guy here. This is the Golden Sentinel Columnar apple right there. Golden Sentinel Columnar apple, and this is what the stems look like, or the trunk. This was a whole $32.98, guys. It says Columnar Golden Sentinel apple. This new variety produces white spring flowers followed by a very large and attractive solid golden yellow fruit. Sweet, juicy, and delicious. Disease resistant and productive. Now, of course, my experience with bare root is that it takes forever. And I read somewhere that based on what quality you buy, you might get fruits in the 2nd year. I'm hoping that I get the fruits earlier. But again, it's no rush. I'm starting to have more fruits in the yard, right? So I bought this variety, and then I bought another variety. This one here is Scarlet Sentinel. Scarlet Sentinel. So the first one was Golden Sentinel. This is Scarlet Sentinel. What I like about these is that they can go in a container. Now, you guys know I have no space. Absolutely no space to plant anything else in the ground except for all the things I have waiting to go in the ground. So anything I'm buying brand new, it's either going to be in containers or they're going to be in areas that are constantly changing, right? This beauty here, now look at what it looks like on the stems right here, and I always inspect it. It doesn't look black. It doesn't look brown. It looks like it's all butted up. And again, I'm definitely going to give you a chance to see exactly how I deal with it. What I like about these is that they don't take up a lot of space. You can see they're all slim, so they can fit in a container. And you have to get more than what I read. You have to get more than one variety. So I ended up getting 3 different varieties to help with my yield. And here is the 3rd variety. This one is North Pole Columnar apple. Right there, North Pole. This guy here, it says attractive, easy to grow tree. Grows well in the ground or in containers. Sturdy, upright growth, is disease resistant, Large, red, tasty fruit is crisp and juicy. Apples ripen in early September. It says it's good for eaten fresh or desserts. They're all saying that. So I ended up getting 3 because I read that, the more you get, the more different varieties you get, the yield will be better. So let me know if you have Columnar apples in your yard. Now, this is from Home Depot. And what is the brand? It says Pacific Growers or something like that. I think so. But yeah, I'm sorry. Pacific Groves. It says quality of the Northwest. So let me know if you have this and how it does in your garden. But I did my best to try to find the best ones. So I examined them as usual, just like how I examine bulbs and examine tubers and corms. I examine the fruit trees too to make sure I don't see anything growing on them or any diseases or anything. Let me know what you think. Finally, we have the beautiful Weeping Yoshino cherry. Now, I have the regular Yoshino cherry in my yard, and it is all budded up in the side yard and getting ready to put on a nice show. These guys here only bloom in the spring. They are hardy to zone 5, and they grow 7 feet by 10 feet tall. This beauty here was priced at $42.98, but guess what? I got my marker. You know what that means? At Lowe's. It was half off. And that's a testament to the wonderful guys at my Lowe's in the garden center. Now, this guy here is all budded up, guys. Look how budded up that guy is. So it's a healthy looking tree. And I try to choose the best tree I can find. And they're all looking great at Lowe's. Lowe's has a lot of magnolias. They have the Yoshino cherry. They have weeping. They have all types of trees. You definitely got to go to Lowe's and check it out. So that is pretty much it for the first video I want to show you of what I've purchased so far for the 2026 season. Let me know if you've gotten your zinnias, your lilies, your daylilies, your white gila, or if you've picked up any of the fruit trees or flowering trees. Let me know what you think, guys. Please like, please share, and please subscribe. Remember to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted in all my new videos. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.